York City Councilman Joe Borelli on this one. Councilman Borelli, what's your reaction to this break-in to Robert De Niro's townhouse by this repeat offender?
Well, it wasn't really the complexity of the Lufthansa heist that formed the basis of the movie Goodfellas with this one. This was sort of your run-of-the-mill burglary, which unfortunately has become more commonplace in New York City. Now, Robert De Niro may not like Republicans. He may have an axe to grind with the former president, et cetera. That doesn't mean that I want him to get burglarized. I don't want any New Yorker to get burglarized. But we see this catch-and-release system where a person who was arrested 16 times in the last 12 months, that person still gets offered de minimis cash bail. She gets referred to drug treatment programs instead of jail. And the net result of having no consequences is that she's out there to burglarize people's homes, including Robert De Niro. We should really analyze that.
Yeah, how do you explain 16 arrests in 1 year and being let out of jail? If 16 isn't the cutoff, then what is?
No, there is no explanation other than a state legislature who refuses to act, even though the evidence is right before their eyes, that repeat criminals are the ones causing all the crimes. Look, the 19th Police Precinct did a fantastic job. They knew this person was likely to be burglarizing. They saw this record of her actions previously and were actually following her and tailing her, knowing that she was going to commit a crime. If that doesn't tell you all you need to know about the just systemic broken nature of New York's criminal justice system, then I'm not sure what ever will.
Yeah, Councilman, what is the conversation like at these city council meetings? Now that crime is up in New York City, do you have any hope that anything will change?
No, I mean, when you speak to any one of the progressive people on the council or the state legislature, they continue to advocate for less criminal justice rules, for the closing of Rikers Island, for the decarceration of the carceral system, whatever that even means, and really spend more time fighting for the rights of criminal justice perpetrators rather than the victims of the criminal justice system. People who get burglarized are real victims of a very scary crime. It was probably not pleasant Robert De Niro to have a burglar in his house. And again, until we change the laws here, we're not going to see drastic changes in our crime rates.
Yeah, and we're so glad that he and his family are okay. But from break-ins to drugs, in just 2 weeks, the NYPD seized more than 600 pounds of illegal marijuana worth about $4 million. And that marijuana was actually packaged to appeal to children. And now New York is offering convicted marijuana dealers and sellers first grabs on business licenses because Democrats want to compensate minority communities. What's your response to that?
I'm not sure why we had to give preference to people who've been convicted of a crime previously. But that said, the arrest that the NYPD made, the multiple arrests, come from these vape stores and these bodegas who have been selling marijuana illegally to children and marketing it to children for the last year or so since we've decriminalized marijuana. So I'm actually relieved that the state dispensaries will be opening soon. Whether you agree with marijuana policy or not, it'll be better to have a system that uses sales databases to make sure the sales go to the appropriate age people than allowing these vape shops that you see popping up on every corner and illegal dealers doing their work. If we could regulate the system, it'll be a better system than just having the Wild West, which is unfortunately what you see now in most stores around New York City.
Councilman Borelli, thank you for joining us this morning. Have a great day.